Hey, Stewart's Chapel, this is Don Pierson, and this is Tuesday's devotion. I want to take you over to Psalms 96. Psalms 96, verse 11 and 12. Let the heavens rejoice and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar in all its fullness. Let the field be joyful and all that is in it. Then all the trees of the woods will rejoice before the Lord. A beautiful passage about God's creation, declaring praise and glory to God for who He is. In the New Testament, it talks about in the Gospels that if the people and the children failed to declare who Jesus was, that the rocks would give God glory. I don't know whether you have any moments in your life where you were literally struck in awe. There are several of those in my life. Trish and I think it was our 35th anniversary. Our 35th anniversary, Trish and I took a cruise to Alaska. We had been given tons of counsel by everyone that had ever done it before to make sure that we got a room with a balcony. And I'm telling you, if you ever do the Alaskan cruise, you get a room with a balcony. Literally the whole time as we entered into the area of Alaska, the whole time we sat on that balcony and we're like, wow, oh, wow, God, you did good. Oh, God, that is good. It was, whether it was the glaciers, the icebergs, whether it was watching the seals or the sea lions or the whales or the eagles, or just looking at the beauty of Alaska. Alaska, as you sail up its coast, leaves you with a sense of, oh my goodness, God, you are so wonderful. When we got into land, and others had told us to make sure that we take the old train through the pass, the Yukon Pass, and oh my goodness. Again, as we looked down over those cliffs and looked down over the beauty of God's creation, we said the same thing. Oh God. The same thing. I've seen at least 2, maybe 3 volcanoes in my life that were active. The one in Portugal was during the day where you walked up and you were able to look down, and it's just a massive, just like you see it on TV, it's just a massive of just boiling hot. The fumes, the smell, everything is, you can't get real close. But one of those awe moments was when we were in Costa Rica. My parents had come to visit us, and we had rented a little van, and my wife and I and our 2 children and my parents made a trip up to Arenal. Arenal, that's the volcano, was an active volcano. During the day, we sat down in literally an area that was no bigger than a giant kiddie pool, that where a stream came down the volcano that was heated by the volcano, and it was just one hot pool. And we sat there with our parents with our swimming trunks on, just thinking, oh man, God, this is good. And it was out in the middle of a field, and there were just little pools like that everywhere, that somebody's field, and people were just pulling around, getting out of their cars and just going and sitting in it. But one of the most awe moments about a volcano is not what it looks like during the day. It's at night. We stayed in a hotel, a little small, more like a motel, in a little bitty town just below, opposite the volcano. And it had a balcony. And the balcony was loaded with ticos, that's Costa Ricans and gringos like us, as we watched the show long into the night. As that volcano would erupt, sending that beautiful red, fiery red lava up in the air, and then watching it flow down the mountain, and it would light up the darkness. It was one of those moments you go, oh God, oh. The first time I ever saw the Mediterranean Sea, first time I ever saw the Jordan River, first time I ever saw the Sea of Galilee, moments where I go, awe. I heard an awe moment. I think I've already shared maybe with it. It was concerning two of the little boys in our church, Parker and Nolan. I had several people that were there that told me what had happened. Someone had shared something about someone hurting. And Parker grabbed hold of Nolan and said, "We need to talk to God." Now these two boys can't be more than 5 years old, maybe 4. And Parker got down on his face and Nolan got down with him, and they began to talk to God. When I heard that story, I go, oh God. A few weeks ago, on Easter sunrise service, I had Grayson and Parker and Nolan, 3 small boys, pray over me. I couldn't really see it. I could feel it. I could hear it. And in my heart, I said, oh God. I never want to stop praising God in His creation and His works among men. The truth is, we don't have to go to Alaska or Costa Rica. We're probably surrounded by it all the time. The magnificence of God's creation in the midst of a child or an adult or in worship. The creation sings and cries out to Him all the time. Every now and then, I hope a lot of every now and then, I want to put my voice among the trees, among the sea, among the mountains, among the rocks. I want God to hear my voice in the midst of all of His creation that is crying out to Him. Can you think of a time in your life when you said, oh God, what an awesome God you are. Love you, Stewart's Chapel.